Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. India have won the semi-final versus England by 7 runs. Let's get into this review. Starting off with the playing 11s, I expected India to go with an unchanged 11 and they did that. We saw in this match once again this bowling is not the strongest, and I feel they did the mistake of bringing on Varun Chakravarti in the last over of the power play. Whenever they have done that, he's gone for a minimum of 11 runs, and that is what created the chase. Had Hardik Pandya been trusted to bowl the 6th over, then Varun been brought on the 7th over, we would not have seen this kind of a chase. Jacob Bell played a fantastic innings, and it's a tactical mismanagement, and I feel this bowling is not the strongest. And as we get through this video, I'll suggest 2 changes that India should make to strengthen their 11 ahead of the final. And for England, the points that I'd said in my preview were the reasons why, because those weren't fulfilled, England lost the match in my view. The first one being I'd said Luke Wood should play, but I knew they wouldn't change the 11 and they didn't do so. Josh Butler opened the batting today and he was not in flow. He scored 25 of 17. Had he batted at number 5 and Will Jacks to open, with a mismanagement of India's bowling attack, I feel England could have won this match with the innings that Jacob Bethel played. And with the power play bowling, you've got Jofra Archer and then Jamie Overton, Sam Curran. Jamie Overton, I've said in the IPO as well, he cannot bowl in the power play in this part of the world. Jofra Archer and Jamie Overton bowl shorter lengths and bowl quickly. They've got to bowl full at the 1KD. Both those two didn't do that, so went for runs. And Luke Wood played. Then Jofra Archer could have bowled, and then Luke Wood doesn't go so well to death. But in the power play, he could have bowled 3 as a left-arm swing bowler. It meant you had to bowl Jamie Overton because they didn't give themselves that option. Sam Curran bowled slowly. He went for runs today. So when England chose to bowl first, they fielded the 11 that they fielded. I was confident that India would win this match. And now looking at India's batting. Abhishek Sharma was dismissed early again today, and on Ashwin's channel he talks about the fact that he doesn't have shots against the spinners on the leg side. I agree with that, however, I think there's also a case, and I've said this many times, it's ego. When you saw against South Africa, if Aiden Markram is bowling, Ishan Kishan hits it to the fielder and gets dismissed, they know that they'll try to take on the spinner. That's why teams bring these bowlers on for that reason. And if you asked me before the tournament that 2 star names of this side would be or could be left out ahead of the final, then I would have disagreed with you. But seeing how they've been mismanaged, I think they're at a confidence level and it's where they may be left out in the final. So regarding that, ahead of Ishan Kishan, I'll play Rinku Singh. In this case, Tilak Verma, I've said in the 1KD and in Ahmedabad, the only 2 venues where the ball move around early on. We go to technical soundness to get through that. So Sanju Samson and Tilak Verma can open. Ishan Kishan 3, Suryakumar at 4, Hardik Pandya 5, Rinku Singh number 6 in place of Abhishek Sharma. And then I don't know whether they'll do this, but I would, because yes, Shivam Dubey played both today, 43 of 25, but Mumbai and Ahmedabad are high-scoring venues. Akshar Patel at number 8 scored 2 of 2. In my view, number 7 may not get much batting if you play your cards right at a high-scoring venue. Shivam Dubey played well, but we saw the vulnerabilities in the bowling attack got exposed. You've got 4 frontline bowlers, and then Hardik Pandya, Shivam Dubey, a combination. Hardik Pandya on his day can bowl on the power play if he hits a length. But if he doesn't hit a length and he bowls defensively, yes, he bowled a fantastic last over. But I feel if he bowls defensively, he could go for runs. It's about the mentality by inspiring faith that he should bowl in a way that he bowled against Pakistan, for example, and the way he bowled the last over today. And if they do that, then he'd be very good as a bowler. But Shivam Dubey, I didn't think he should have bowled the last over, and had Jacob Bethel not been run out, I think England would have won this match. He'd have scored 30 off the last over. To avoid such vulnerabilities of the bowling attack, Mohammad Siraj should replace Shivam Dubey. Mohammad Siraj, Arshdeep Singh, Hardik Pandya can bowl in the power play. They should not bring a spinner on the power play in Ahmedabad. You saw the mistake they made at bringing Varun Chakravarti in the power play in this match. They should not do that with the spinner in Ahmedabad. And Kuldeep Yadav maybe I'd say if Siraj plays Kuldeep Yadav to play ahead of Varun Chakravarti, so Mohammad Siraj, Arshdeep Singh, Hardik Pandya, and a maximum of 1 over if needed of Bumrah. But he doesn't have to bowl if you've got these three seamers if they bowl well. Then Jasit Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, Akshar Patel. After that, I think this attack will have more assurance. There are only two things for India in terms of what New Zealand could do to gain an advantage. That is, if India don't change their 11, Varun Chakravarti, if he's not got the confidence and India don't change their 11, then the openers, Tim Seifert and Finn Allen, they could start scoring boundaries from early, and India may not have answers apart from Bumrah. And then Matt Henry early on with a new ball. I think they may bring Cole McConchie in the power play because of what India have done against off spin. But I feel if the batsmen don't play to their ego and they don't gift the wicket, then I think the only bowling threat from New Zealand point of view would be Matt Henry early on. And as far as the batting is concerned, if India strengthen their bowling, then they'll be able to go in with max faith against the New Zealand openers. But I think that's what India should do. And now on England's batting, I'll say this again, Jos Buttler 25 of 17. Had Will Jacks opened and Jos Buttler batted at 5, then England could have won this match. And Tom Banton, yes, he scored 17 off 5. He hit sixes off the spinners. But I think Luke Wood, if he had bowled India, would have not scored 253. And they could have structured the batting lineup in a way with the players they'd got where they could have still looked to chase that down, but they should have batted first. And that's what I would say on that. So for England, in the second innings, they competed well, but I would say I knew they were going to bowl first. They've done so in the past. They've done it on many occasions, and most of those occasions haven't gone well. And I think they've got to play Luke Wood in the future matches where you've gone to venues where you get seam movement. I feel after the match against the West Indies, I think it's in Nepal, where they saw him bowling off the pitch in the last over. I think they didn't get faith from him and they made a course to leave him out, but they should have played him in this match. So that's on the semi-final. I think India will have an easy final against New Zealand provided they make the correct changes. Let's see what happens. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, share, friends. This is my opinion. What's your